Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Elden Ring. This time, in part 22 of the full playthrough walkthrough, we're going to begin our adventure through Mount Gelmir. Mount Gelmir is an optional area to the west of Altus Plateau. I just want to give you a heads up, we will not be doing the Legacy Dungeon here, Volcano Manor, for a while yet. Reason being that there is a quest line within Volcano Manor that sends you all around the world, and in order to complete it, you have to do part of the quest in the area past the capital. And if you were to defeat the final boss of Volcano Manor before completing that quest, the quest line ends. You can't complete it. So, for that reason, I'm going to leave Volcano Manor until later, but we are going to do all of Gelmir and then move back into the Altus region. Okay, so the area that we're going to do in this part of the walkthrough is actually, we'll call it the foot of Mount Gelmir, or like the base. You get to it from Altus Plateau, but the main route into Gelmir is over a bridge right here, and then you will begin climbing up the mountain via base camps. However, this route doesn't really take you to Seethewater River, which is right here. So it's a little hard to see, but from Seethewater River, this side of Grace, which is technically in Gelmir, but it's like literally right next to Altus, you would follow this path through here, and then you come around here. There's like a little keep here. Not much going on there. There's a boss here. We'll find Alexander, believe it or not, like right here. And then there's a whole bunch of really important stuff over here. However, if you were to cross this bridge and start climbing up the mountain, you would not be able to get there. But there is a really important interaction with patches here that actually gives you sort of like a secret path to Seethewater River. So I want to show you that. And for that reason, we're going to actually start our adventure at the Road of Iniquity side path within Altus Plateau. So it's a little out of the way, but it's for that special quest interaction that I really want to show you because it does give you a secret entrance. Okay, so I'll show you my stats. Currently level 96 with 60 Vigor, 26 Mind, 17 Endurance, 13 Strength, 32 Dex, 9 Intelligence, 8 Faith, 10 Arcane. Using a Uchigatana plus 16. I have the Briar set, Arsenal Charm, Blessed Dew Talisman, Assassin's Crimson Dagger. And then my Flask of Wondrous Physic is a Crimson Crystal tier and an Opaline Bubble tier. Okay, so like I said, we are going to start up here at the Road of Iniquity side path, and then we're going to make our way across the bridge into Gelmir. And we will light some sights of grace along the way. But for the most part, we are basically just going to mainline it to... We're going to mainline it to the patches interaction. All right, so believe it or not, these guys are headed along the road we want to walk on. So you just want to follow along this road where you see the pieces of mountain, I guess, jutting out. That's really where you want to go. And then there will be a bridge for us to cross. All right, here we go. So this is the bridge to Gelmir. It's not always the most... it's not always people's first entry into Gelmir, but it is the main one. So here we go. All right. It's very easily missed, especially during the day, but there is a site of grace just over the bridge right here. And a lot of these are named after base camps. So we're going to rest at this one. And this is the Bridge of Iniquity. All right, so a lot of bloodstains around here. And that's because there's actually an Iron Virgin kind of going wild around here. However, we are just going to skip it, and we are going to hug this wall because there will be a ladder that leads up. Hello. It's going to be right through here. Right here. All right, so if you just get here quickly, the Iron Virgins should not see you, or at the very least, you should be able to outrun them. Perfect. All right. Very cool. We will come back here in a future walkthrough, but for now, we just go up this big Snake Eater ladder and, yeah, do our thing. Yeah. Erd Tree. Halig Tree over there. It's just looking so good. Okay. So once up this ladder, there is another site of grace for us to rest at over here. Again, very easily missed. This is the first Mount Gelmir campsite. The first thing we're going to do is, like I always say, loot the graveyard. You never know when these golden runes are going to, be the difference between getting a level and not getting a level. So it's really important to loot these. It's always helpful to do so. And then we have a treasure up here. Nice. Okay, great. So, along the cliff here, this actually overlooks Seethewater. So we're basically going to come over here, and then right here is going to be patches, somewhere right around here. We are going to ride right past the Pumpkinhead. Like I said before, we are just straight up ignoring everything. I'm not trying to, like, get too deep into things here. But, yeah. Right here. So once you see these stones of guidance, you want to follow them. And there is a hint that, talks about these guidance stones, but we'll let this play out.
Well, if you really are that gullible. Then stay away from the Volcano Manor! Bye now. Take care.
All right. So now we are at the secret entrance to the Seethewater River. Of course I'm lying. It's not really that secret. We would have gotten here anyway. And of course, Patches being Patches, he leads us into a trap of basilisks who just spew instant death. It's all good, though. But yeah, so, here we are. So, the Seethewater River side of Grace would have been right here. We will head in that direction, but I just enjoy coming here. It's not necessary to see all that for Patches' questline. It's not necessary at all, but it's fun. You may as well, right? All right. I was mostly doing that to be able to bring up my map again, just to get rid of that. Cool. So let's just go south, and I will then show you basically, like, not really the real way to get here, but I would say, like, the intended way to get here. You want to watch out for these vents. They can do you in. They'll quickly dismount you if you're not careful. But there is a golden seed over here. All right. So, over here, this is the Seethewater River site of Grace. This is, if you want to call it the real way to get here, you can call it that. But it's right here. And basically, if you were to come from Altus Plateau, and just say you came from the Erdtree Gazing Hill, you would literally just walk up this hill. You would be within Wyndham Ruins, and then you just follow this little cutout, and you'd be at this site of Grace. The other thing I want to mention is that there is a secret way to get to this site of Grace and to Mount Gelmir in general, and that is to come out of this cave exit. I'll ride all the way up here just to show it to you. It's a little hard to see sometimes. So this cave exit, the way you get here is pretty dastardly. We have covered this within this walkthrough series, but if you go to the Academy of Ray Lucaria and you get to the water wheel, and you ride it down, there will be an abductor virgin in that pit. So pick up the cat ring or the cat talisman, whatever, the 9-tail talisman, and then just let the abductor virgin kill you with its grab attack. If that happens, you'll be transported to a secret area within Volcano Manor. You'll be able to fight an extra boss, and then you'll be able to jump out of that cave exit, and you'll be in Mount Gelmir. That's another way to access Altus Plateau and Gelmir without having to get the Dectus Medallion or to go through the Ruin-strewn Precipice. It's a really quick way to do it. Okay, so now that that's all covered, let us actually adventure through Gelmir now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a quick second here, and I'm just going to bring up my map. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so that's Seethewater, and then we can come over here and begin. All right, so basically what we're going to do is we're just going to follow this river and avoid the vents. And then we are going to begin. All right, so this is the Basilisk area. This is where we were. Again, it's sort of like a broken bridge from near Mount Gelmir. We can get to the other side of this, or actually the top side. You get there from Volcano Manor, believe it or not. So Gelmir is a really interesting place in that it's broken in 2 pieces. So you basically need to scale all of Mount Gelmir, and then you'll be able to jump from one side of that broken bridge we were just at to the other. And then you'll be able to sort of do the full circle. You really have to go from your ass to get to your elbow for this place, but that's the way it is. All right, so we have our first cave here. This is the Seethewater Cave. So we're going to rest, and then I'm just going to quickly check my guides to see who the boss is here. Seethewater. Oh, maybe I haven't done this yet. Seethewater Cave. Who's the boss here? Kindred of Rot. Oh, I've definitely done this place. I think I did it late, so I never made a guide for it because I was just too overpowered, which may be the case again. Okay, so. Oh, I've definitely done this place. I remember this place. There's definitely no hidden path in here. Okay. So if I recall, this is the one with all the poison waterfalls. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and equip any poison boluses you have. Or neutralizing boluses. Yeah, I did this one very late. That's why I didn't make a guide. This place is all poison. With poison, as long as you have high health, you can basically just ignore it. There are a lot of these mushroom head guys, though. And oftentimes they're up on cliffs. So you got to be careful because they will often shoot the poison down at you. Also, while you're in this cave, you got to look carefully at the ceiling. There will be a lot of slimes that will fall down. So be careful when running and looting corpses. I've never had one like completely fall on my head before. Not sure if that's like if that was only in the Dark Souls series, if that ever made it to Elden Ring, but yeah. Oh, speak of the devil. So glad that happened. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Proud of you for doing all that damage. A lot of bloodstains here. What's going on? Lump of flesh. Okay. It's funny, my first couple rats that I killed in my very first playthrough, I got rune arcs, but then I really never seen them again, and I think I've only gotten 1 or 2 in this playthrough. But I got them super fast. Okay, cool. And we can go through here. And this is where the guys will start shooting it down on you, so you want to be careful. So do your best to take care of as many of them on the ground as possible, but be mindful. Yep. They put it on the ground. You'll take damage as it's poisoning you. It's not fun, but that's how it works. Okay. And you'll notice I'm not curing the poison off of me with the bolus. That's because it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to do at this stage. If you're going to be running around a poison swamp for more than 10 seconds, just leave it on you. You're better off. Okay, I'm pretty sure I should go down, and then we'll be able to get back up via a long way. I'm just checking. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's jump. I am not going to jump further than this. I'm not going to go down that pit. Pretty sure that leads to the boss. Yes. There's a stake of America there, typically indicative that there's a boss fight. So we're going to go this way. All right. Yeah, and this leads us back up to the mushrooms from before. Nice. Okay. So we have a ancillary room here with a Miranda flower. That's always fun and exciting. Oh boy. All right. Remember, lighting these flowers on fire will prevent it from doing its explosion. It will get rid of any poison in the area, any like poison cloud. It'll dissipate it instantly. So, really important that you have a torch at the ready when you are in poison areas. But from here, you get the poison armor set, which is interesting. I think it boosts poison resist, or makes it so if you're poisoned, you do more damage or something like that. I guess we could read it real fast. Mushrooms found growing all over the body. These overgrown mushrooms have colonized the head. To those enraptured by the scarlet rot, they are holy vestments that root one to the earth. Colonize the torso. Yeah. Okie doke. So now that that's done, let's go this way, and then we will fight the boss. Like I said, the boss should be a Kindred of Rot, which is one of those squid enemies that you first encountered in the Sellia Crystal Tunnel. They're the guys with like the big pole arms, and then they shoot like tendrils at you. So not exactly fun, but not too difficult either. All right, there's gonna be a rat here. I could hear it. Okay. Cool. So, yeah. Kindred of Rot. They're just annoying. It's really all it is. They're just annoying. Luckily, the AI died there. That was kind of nice. They do bleed, which is fun. Even if you were to interrupt them as they're casting that spell, you're basically guaranteed to get hit by it. like, once it's out, it's out. You can't really do much about it. All right, but jumping R2 is pretty effective. They don't have any poise, but a couple of their abilities do have armor. Oh, yikes. Rolling into them with the Briar armor does interrupt them, which is really cool. It's why I wear it, honest to God. It just interrupts, like, basically everything. It's super helpful, especially against, like, squishy enemies. That's it. You get the Kindred of Rot's Exaltation, which I believe is a talisman that gives you more damage when poisoning or rot in the vicinity increases attack power. So I want to talk about this real quick. It's kind of misleading. It says that poison or rot in the vicinity increases attack power, which is technically correct, but it doesn't mean that if you're standing in a pool of poison, you'll deal more damage. You actually have to get poisoned or inflicted with scarlet rot. So it's not exactly like free damage if you are, you know, in range of scarlet rot. You have to be inflicted with it. So it's a cool talisman. If you're going to be running around a poison cave, it's not a bad idea to equip it. But don't rely on it as this, like, thing, you know, like, we're going to find an area way later in the game that has tons of scarlet rot all over the place. In my opinion, it's not worth equipping for any sort of bonus damage or any sort of significant bonus damage. Okay, so that's Seethewater Cave. Bring up my map again. And we're going to continue along the pathway here. All right, be careful of the vents. All right, and now we are going to be pretty close to the keep. Oh, God. I really wanted that item. Okay, so from here, we have a Site of Grace, luckily. This area is pretty tough. It is pretty tough. There's a lot of battling going on here. We're sort of walking into a conflict between two factions. It's the Flame Monks, or the Fire Monks, and basically the Volcano Manor forces. But this is the Seethewater Terminus Site of Grace, and again, now we're basically on the other side of Volcano Manor. So Volcano Manor is all the way up there. But you can see this place from Volcano Manor, and it actually eluded me a long time how to get over here, but happy to have finally found it. All right, so we got the siege engines, you know, doing their thing, all big and weird. You can try your best to jump on top of them and get the critical, but it's like basically impossible unless you sneak up on them. So, just go that way. If you do manage to get the secret kill, or, you know, the critical kill, you want to back away. This way you don't get caught in the explosion. Okay, so we're going to let all that fighting go on over there. We're going to see what's going on with our friends the jellyfish. Sometimes they're, like, guarding something. Yep. Stone sword key. Very nice. All right. So, like I said, we are walking into a conflict. So we have Gelmir forces and the Fire Monks. So you can literally just, like, let them do their thing. Eventually, one will die, and then you'll be able to fight one that doesn't have much health. For now, though, what we are going to do is we're going to kind of clear this area out. You don't have to do this, but it's a decent amount of souls. I mean, we're getting 300 per. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And luckily, since we're outside, we do regain health. All right. So, this way leads to a Magma Wyrm boss fight. We will do that in a bit, but for now, we're going to come over here, But there is a fire... I was hoping to sneak up on him. Not the end of the world. These guys aren't too difficult. Oh! The Briar set. You gotta love it, baby. Yeah. I love these guys. They're so cool. Oof. Oh, that HDR fire, baby. It's just so nice. Okay, cool. That's that. So now we can enter, but we are going to fight a really big enemy, and it's a fire prelate. So the fire prelate is quite the enemy. It's basically Ornstein, but with fire. So he starts erupting. While this is happening, you can get some decent damage on him. You do want to be careful, because he continues to erupt even as he's no longer casting that, and then he can bonk you with his head. Basically, every time he moves, fire is going to spray out. So when he does that head bonk, more fire is going to come out. And of course, he can enchant his weapon, slam it into the ground, do the Ornstein drag. I forgot about the follow-up. There's so much fire everywhere. Okay, so luckily he's extinguished now. And that's the fire prelate. So he usually drops a piece of his armor. Okay, so we got the Prelate's Inferno Crozier. He dropped his legs last time. But we can read this. Colossal hammer with the appearance of roiling flames. I love that word, roiling. Weapon of prelates who led the fire monks. Its heft represents the weight of their guardianship. The hammer's head is unusually substantial, and strong attacks will fling foes into the air. I think... What does prelate mean? A bishop or other high ecclesiastical dignitary. What the fuck does ecclesiastical mean? That's like a biblical term, dude. Relating to the Christian church or its clergy. Fascinating. Truly fascinating. Okay, so we can open this door. You don't need a key. And this place is kind of interesting. For a little while, I was confused, along with several other people, as to where a voice was coming from. But for now, we get the Armorer's Cookbook 7. Let's see what that lets us do. A record, giant flame fire pot. It's actually a very good item. Anyway, so there's a whisper that shows up as soon as you reach the roof. Eek, the wretched fools. And then it just kind of continues to speak. And it'll say something like, they'll never find me here, yada yada. Yeah, they'll never find me. So this treasure chest is open for some reason. Very odd. And you would think that it's like an NPC making this whispering, but it's not. It's just a ghost. And I was a little disappointed by this. But this ghost is over here, and then he has the Fire Scorpion Charm. And then the Fire Scorpion Charm... Talisman carried by assassins who strike unseen, patterned on a scorpion freshly shed of its exoskeleton, its claws seizing a heart that burns with fire. So yeah, that's it. As soon as you loot that, or as soon as you find the ghost stops talking. It's really the only ghost that does that in the game. I find it very strange. So be back at the Volcano Manor. Yeah, so he's literally looking up there. That's Volcano Manor. Pretty cool. Okay, so what we can do is we may actually be able to get a critical on this siege engine here. If we don't fall off. Oh my god, I didn't jump far enough. Now we gotta go get our souls and try that again. That was sad. That was sad. I'm just gonna skip everything. I'm not gonna try to kill anything again. I'm not even gonna try to kill the prelate again. You can farm this guy for his armor. It's pretty cool, but I won't be doing that. All right, let's try this again. Oh, you know what we could probably do? Nope. Oh my god. Okay, well, at least we survived, but I really wanted the critical on this thing. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. I love when these guys do like their Bugs Bunny rev it up. Like, I think that's so funny. Yeah, this thing. Alright. Oh well. It's definitely possible to get. I'm just kind of bad at lining it up, but it's okay. Alright, so back here we have Sacramental Buds, which is a rare material that you'll need to craft preserving boluses to drop Scarlet Rot off of you. So definitely worth coming back here to grab. Okay. So, now that we've done that, we can come over here. And there's going to be some fighting going on. This siege engine's definitely going to see us. Actually, he didn't, but I was already running, so kind of too late, you know? Oh my god, come on. That was questionable. Oh, nice. They drop level 5 smithing stones. Okay, so we're going to come over here. We're going to deal with these ladies, and then we are going to get into it with a Magma Wyrm. I'm going to warn you, I hate Magma Wyrms with a passion. They're my least favorite boss in the game. Consistently, without fail. I don't like them. I find them annoying. I don't find them particularly challenging. They are what they are. Okay, so basically, as soon as we approach this pit of lava over here, the Magma Wyrm will appear. You can summon for this. I don't really recommend it. It's not worth it. It's going to do its thing. It's going to drag lava all over the place. Just get off torrent. Not worth it. Oh my god. We're already off to a ripping start. It's cool that we're fighting it during daytime, I guess. It's rare to do anything during daytime in Gelmir. Yep, I knew it was coming, I just couldn't. I was already locked into my animation. See, this move is just annoying. There's no counter to it, you just gotta wait for it to be done. You can't even, like, attempt to do damage. It's just annoying. I really don't like Magma Wyrms. I've said it a million times. Holy Jesus. Wow. I definitely knew to roll there. I'm just getting eaten up. We'll let it do its thing. It'll come back to us eventually. Be cool if it just fell off a cliff. Alright, I had a feeling it went too far. It's okay. Just resume. Oh, that's weird. It was mid-animation when it disappeared, so it finished it. Oh, wow. That was a nice delayed hit there, Magma Wyrm. I'm proud of you. I think its bleed meter probably reset there, which is unfortunate, but just build it up again. There we go. It's nice. It is possible that you may be able to kite a siege engine over here and have it help you, but I don't know. I kind of doubt it. That pivot is bonkers. I hate it. Ugh. Just rolled too late. I shouldn't have switched to this one. Oh, I just drank it in space like that. It was a little silly. We are not in a good place. Whenever you see it begin to pivot, that's when you want to roll. Because it means... Ugh, God damn it. I couldn't tell where I was. When you see it pivot, it means that it's about to fall. And it does like a really aggressive pivot, like that. It's basically delaying the whole time until it's ready to slam. And then once it's ready to slam, it goes for it. Ooh, nice. Okay, well, being honest, I'm surprised we killed it on the first try. Magma worms usually take me several attempts. That's it. So that's the magma worm. And then you get a dragon heart. And then a new draconic power is unlocked. So you can go to the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. I believe that it is the magma worm's like trailing breath. It'll just put a big like lump of lava on the ground, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to rest at the site of grace just to kind of get my flasks back, reset a little bit, and then we're going to continue along this road. Oh my god, I need 200 souls. That's crazy. That's actually nuts. I feel like I probably need a little bit more than that. Need 87. You know what we're going to do? Just to keep things even, we're going to do this. Because I don't want to use another consumable. I'm going to kill this lady. There we go. I should have done that in the first place. Yep. Definitely should have done that. Okay. Cool. So, just again, to show you where we are. This is Fort Laiedd. This is the Seethewater Terminus, site of grace. And now we're going to go along here. So, we are going to find our good friend Alexander once again. He is going to be in this lava. So what we're going to do is, using Torrent, we can safely walk through here, which is nice. Yep, now we can hear him. This guy's too good, man. Alright, so, standing up here, if you can dismount Torrent safely and then speak with him. Alright, so we got the jar helm. Okay. So this is Alexander's final location for now. We will not see him for a considerable amount of time. Nothing bad happens to him or anything. It's just he's going to go somewhere pretty far off. So don't go looking for him after this point. All right. So now let us travel along here. I am just going to quickly check along here, make sure there's no important resources that I forgot. I don't think there are, but you never know. No. Okay, all good. All right, so let's go past Alexander. That's cool. That's like the literal Volcano Manor waterfall. It's kind of nice. Or lava fall. All right. Oh. Whoa. Riding up walls. All right. So there's a lot of Demi-Humans over here. They now have bombs. Oh my god. We gotta get off Torrent before we get killed. So these guys are using these really cool bombs that keep doing damage after they explode. You can craft them as well using that Armorer's Cookbook. They are the Giant's Flame Pots. Okay. Some flasks back. See if we can take the back road. Yes, we can. Okay. There is a rune bear here that we need to be careful of. It will sort of surprise you. It's just the way it works. But it is here. Okay. That statue right there, that statue has some crafting materials in it. So, we need to find something to break it open. The Roiling Magma incantation. Alright, that rune bear is going to jump at us basically any moment now. There he is. Alright. Is he automatically on us? Okay. So he just jumps off and goes to sleep. That's cool. It's basically how I am in the morning the first time I wake up. Oh, Jesus. Alright. So, let's try to get him over here so he can break this open for us. At least I think he can break this. Oh! Wow, I forgot they could do that. Yes. Okay, cool. Oh my god, so much stamina damage, it's crazy. There we go. Jesus. I pressed R1 at the worst second. Alright. Ugh, every time. Every time with that one. Oh, that was a late buffer there. That was a late move. Okie dokie. That's the rune bear. Now, believe it or not, that's not it. We still have a little bit more to go here. Shells of beast blood. Okay, now we can start going up the levels here. Without having to worry too much. Alright. Now, you do want to be a little careful. Reason being, there is... Oh, a little baby bear. Hello. Okay. Reason being, there is a world boss here. Or field boss, whatever you want to call them. And it can be easy to get basically jumped by it. So, I'm just going to check to see if I can go around. I don't think I can. I think this is just... Yeah, it's nothing. Okay. Oh my god, come back here. Alright. Let's go ahead and rest. The Craftsman's shack. Actually, we'll just light it. We won't rest. The pulley crossbow. A lot of lambs over here, which is nice in case you need some bones. Quick bone farm, meat farm as well. Okay. Yeah, we also got these like Demi-Human little guys here. You kind of have armor for their moves, but they can chop you up if you're not careful. They are small. They're easy to lose in the crowd. They're literally hiding among the sheep. There's a phrase for that. I think it's cowardice. I just want to see something. Is there anything on this roof? I really should not waste time doing this, but I can't be helped. Torrent is just like a little unwieldy for my taste sometimes. Whatever. Not important. There's definitely nothing on the roof. Okay. So clearly we have some battlements here, which should indicate to you that something is going on. Yeah, we have a headless Iron Virgin here, which is kind of funny. It doesn't really know where to go. it literally just like runs in circles. It can't be helped. It cannot really do anything. It just goes bananas. But what you can actually do is you can bring it to the boss, I think. So let's try to do that. Yep, come on. Yeah, it's like its rage knows no bounds. Oh boy, the pots. I forgot about the pots. Oh no. Oh god. Oh. Oh, that sucked. I was trying to do the funny thing with the Iron Virgin. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have wasted that time. Yeah. I was really trying to do something funny. It's okay though. It's not a big deal. Let's go back and kill the Iron Virgin just so we know it's doable, you know. Wow, I'm playing like a straight up dumbass. Oh, this is insane. What am I doing? Thank God that's over. Probably don't even get anything for that. Yeah, why would I? Wasting my time, wasting your time. Anyway, let's take to the rooftops here. I'm deliberately trying to get these guys to come up here. Oh well. Oh God. heal. That's you. That's you. Okay, great. Okie doke. I'm gonna wake up this chief over here. The hell? What are you doing? That's strange. So we got the errant sorcerer set here. There's a demi-human queen over there surrounded by some sorcerers. You have these guys who are basically worshipping a sorcerer, it looks like. Herodotus glintstone crown. Okay. So luckily he came down. These guys really are not any stronger than they were back in Academy, Ray Lucaria. Okay. Don't forget the Starlight Shard. Very good. And of course there is an item over here. You're beautiful. What does that sound like?
You're beautiful.
Wow, that's cute. All right. So the boss here. All right, the boss here is a demi-human queen. However, there are a couple of Corollas mages that are more or less guarding the boss. And they will also fight with the boss. So, in my opinion, this is looking towards the capital. That's cool. In my opinion, it is better to go after the Corollas mages first. As you can see, there is a Site of Grace on the other side. This is a world boss, so you can light that and kind of be fine. But we're just going to jump in. Use Torrent to your advantage here. Oh my god. How did I manage all of that? Yeah, just do your best to take out the mages. Because, you know, they can attack you from range. Try to take out the demi-humans as well. Okay, now we can fight the Demi-Human Queen. You're going to fight the Demi-Human Queen Maggie on uneven terrain, which is really, really bad. You kind of can't avoid it. If you bring the boss too far away from this spot, she will despawn. So you kind of just have to deal with it. If you do get her stunned, which is completely possible to have happen. Oh, God. If you do manage to get her stunned and you can't get in on her, you know, for the critical, it's okay. Just, you know, go ahead and try to get more damage on her without the critical. If you're using a bleed weapon, you're actually kind of better off doing that most times anyway. All right, we're backing up. I'm not fighting her here. That's a cliff. Come on. This is what I mean. It's like uneven terrain, so it's just annoying. She misses you, you miss her. It's just... it's not good for anybody. Come on. Ow. I'm just trying to be greedy. Do some damage here. I'm being very safe here, like safer than I normally ever would be. It's just because you're fighting around a cliff. It's really it. Anyway, you may think, okay, that's it, right? You got the memory stone, job well done, you can leave now. No, far from it. So, what we have here is a Site of Grace, and this Site of Grace has a special name. Primeval Sorcerer Azur. This guy starts a huge quest line. So if we speak with him, we get a spell. Watch his hand. Okay, this is the legendary spell Comet Azur. Comet Azur has been nerfed, but it is still incredibly powerful. It is hands down the cheesiest spell in the game. You literally just do a Kamehameha wave, and if you hold it and you have enough mana, you can just do it, not infinitely, but for a really long time, and it just cheeses most bosses in the entire game. But it's not just the spell, it's who this person is. So if we were to read the spell, legendary sorcery devised by Azur, Primeval Sorcerer, fires a tremendous comet in a torrent akin to the distant starry expanse, the place said to be the origin of glintstone. Hold to continue releasing the sorcery's power. When Azur glimpsed into the primeval current, he saw darkness. He left both bewitched and fearful of the abyss. So, really heavy stuff, but it is very, very important to a particular NPC. When you loot this spell, an NPC that you may have forgotten about will have new dialogue for you. That NPC is all the way back in Limgrave, and that is Sorceress Sellen. So, we will go to her in a minute. First, we're going to make this jump. And now, we are at the Gelmir hero's grave. Now, I am not going to do this dungeon. I'm just going to open it. It is a really, really important dungeon for a number of reasons. However, the final boss of this dungeon is really frustrating, and I don't want to waste time on it now. There's a lot in this dungeon, though, and we will cover it. It's a lot easier than a lot of people expect. I never found it particularly hard, but it's easily my most viewed video for Elden Ring, I think, to this day. Let me double check that. I'll tell you how many views this video has of this walkthrough. So, okay, lifetime views. This is basically since 2017. Okay, not quite. How to Access the Divine Tower of Liurnia has 748,000 views. Gelmir Hero's Grave, 646,000. Serious numbers. So I'm just going to enter it just to kind of get it to pop up on the map. But we're not going to do it now. We're going to do this later. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to go speak with Sorceress Sellen. And then we're going to sort of do this quest line. Because this quest line actually brings us back to Laiedd. And it brings us into a cave that we deliberately skipped. So this is kind of our opportunity to finish up Laiedd. I guess technically maybe the Dragon Barrow. I don't think it's the Dragon Barrow. Anyway, it says the Beast Eye quivers, which means that there is Death Root available in this dungeon. But we're not going to do it. We're just going to light it and leave. Oh, somebody just left a comment. This is the only good Malekith guide I've seen. Thank you. No problem, person. All right. Cool. So we will come back to this area another time. For now, we're just going to leave it. That's the Gelmir Hero's Grave. Very important. So now that we have looted Comet Azur, let us go speak once again with Sorceress Sellen. Limgrave. Where is she? Okay. Waypoint Ruin Cellar, Sorceress Sellen. All right. Cool. So if we speak with her, if you show her Azur sorcery, she says that you found Master Azur. She was wrong to judge you for being weak to magic or not intelligent enough to learn it, whatever. So, agree to this journey, and then she will ask you a favor. She wants you to find Master Lusat, and she gives you the Sellian Sealbreaker. So, she gives you a lead on Lusat, possibly be found in the Laiedd Wilds, which is where we're going to go now. So, if you recall, when we reached the Church of the Plague way back when, I mentioned that there is a hidden cave that we wouldn't do yet. We are now going to do that. The way to know that this cave exists is to purchase the hint from the merchant who is located up here. The isolated merchant shack right here. This merchant sells a hint, and the hint reads, Hidden Cave. There is a hidden cave in the town of Sellia. Look beyond the graveyard at the precipice. So we are at the precipice. So here's the graveyard, and all we got to do is look beyond it. So if we go up here to like this second part of the graveyard, we will notice that there is a really oddly placed enemy. This enemy is a battle mage. Why would there be a battle mage here? Well, we're going to find out. He's got the bonks, man. He's got the big old bonks. All right, so let's take out the battle mage. Oh, wow. All right, take out the battle mage. He's guarding something. He guards a beast blood. However, I always feel like it is... I found this on my own. I'm going to brag about that for a second. I found this cave on my own. I didn't even have the hint. I just thought it was weird that he was there. And so I started attacking things. This is the hidden cave. Okay? So, this cave is difficult. There's a lot going on in here. This is Sellia Hideaway. There's actually an illusory wall in here that I have not found, so I may actually look something up while we're here. But Sellia Hideaway, illusory walls. Secret illusory wall, Galen. Jesus. Exploration. Okay. Jesus. I'm just looking at a text guide real quick. Oh, Jesus. Let me go to the wiki. Right. Lots of illusory walls. Okay. Extra life is useless. Anyway, let's go through it. We'll find it eventually. But there's a lot of illusory walls in here. So you just gotta basically keep your ears out, and then you'll hear them. Oh, actually, before we even start this joint, we need to do something very important. We need to upgrade a weapon. The boss of this dungeon sucks. It is a Crystalian trio. Yes, you heard me correct. A Crystalian trio, but this time they are a Putrid Crystalian trio, which means they build Scarlet Rot. So, let's go ahead and upgrade is it slash? No, it shouldn't be slash. Where's my flail? Frida, bring me my flail. Dude. Where's my flail? Strike. Let's upgrade a strike weapon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade this Yuchi Katana as high as I can. Okay. So basically, once we get to +6s, that's when we got to stop. Because I don't want to run out. So let's upgrade the Knight Rider Flail. Pretty high. Great. So we have it at plus 16, which is perfect. I'm going to drop my bow in favor of the Knight Rider Flail. Cool. Keeps us at medium. That's great. Cool. So that's going to be our primary weapon is a flail. The reason being is because weapons that have strike damage. So, look. Yuji Katana plus 17. Katana slash pierce. It does slashing damage and piercing damage. Flails do strike damage. Strike damage makes it so you can attack... Caleb. Sellia Hideaway. Strike makes it so you can attack rock enemies or stone enemies or crystal enemies without the weapon bouncing off. So, this means that when we fight the Crystalian bosses, we will actually be able to deal decent damage to them. So, having a strike weapon in your inventory is really, really helpful. And as you can see there, normally we would have to two-hand a weapon against those rock enemies, but we don't need to do that. Yeah, I think what I might do is during this guide, like at the end, I may take a second and like watch a video on this place because there is an illusory wall that I know that I never found. Because there's enemies I wasn't able to find out how to kill in here. Anyway, yeah. You know, maybe now that I'm in here, later on, like it's not day -4 that I'm in here, there may be more hints for that particular illusory wall. All right, so if you listen, you'll hear the shrieks of the those psycho unholy enemies that I can't stand. And yeah, that means that they are in here. Rest assured, they are in here. Okay. So what we can do is we can hop along this crystal. Oh God, I hate him. All right, let me get my bearings again. Come on, how did that puke land? Okay, there we go. Jesus. I don't think that's the only one we're going to fight in here. But it is guarding something special. Not the Lost Ashes of War, although that is a really good item. All right. We're going to come through here. So, we have these crystal snails here. You want to kill them. They're, like, deceptively deadly. If you leave them alone for too long, they can kind of gang up on you. Oh, Jesus. That was instant. They can kind of gang up on you. Which, you know. Maybe you're into it. Maybe you're not. Alright, that's all good. Oh, we can go back this way. So, if you want to go back towards the entrance, you just climb on this. And then you're back. Okay. Make sure there's nothing over here. Great. Okay, cool. So that leads back down to the pond. We don't want to go there. Right. Okay. Very good. So, there's going to be a couple... These guys here, I always recommend taking out the big ones first. Just, you know, obvious. But it can be difficult to see which one's big, which one's not. But usually the ones with the backpacks are the ones you want to go for. Okay. So there's another crystal that we can go down. So let's do that now. And this is going to lead to yet another pond. Is this the same pond? It shouldn't be. That is. This is not. Okay. So through here, there's going to be a mage. He's got some good spells, so be careful. Try to just run in like a semicircle. And then you're going to find this seal. Now, the item that Sellen gave us says the following. Where is it? Glintstone key received from the Sorceress Sellen, capable of breaking the seal that keeps Master Lusat confined. Sellia, Town of Sorcery, can be found in Laiedd. This key was said to have been found in the possession of a Sellian sorcerer. So it's possible that that battle mage was guarding this site. So we use the Sellian Sealbreaker, and then we find Master Lusat, who sadly has passed away. But he opens up his hand and gives us something. Stars of Ruin, another legendary spell. Stars of Ruin says the following. Legendary sorcery devised by Lusat, Primeval Sorcerer. Fires 12 dark shooting stars that pursue the target. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Charging increases potency. When Lusat glimpsed into the primeval current, he beheld the final moments of a great star cluster, and upon seeing it, he too was broken. So it seems that there have been great glintstone mages that maybe glimpsed too far into the abyss, and what they saw kind of broke their minds. All right, so now that that's done, we can come over here, and this is sort of going to take us back to that first pond, but, you know, we killed everything here, so we can just proceed this way now. And if you like, you can just leave. You don't have to do this place for any particular purpose. But that's not our style, so we will continue. And we will visit Selen again in a little while. Alright, so hopefully there's like another hint. We're now like in the boss area. Sort of, like we're getting there. Here? What's here? I feel like I did all this. Oh, shit. Maybe not. Okay, this is what I never found. That's weird. I explored this place forever. I thought it was an illusory wall that I was missing. Oh, God. They are conspiring over here. Wow. See ya. Okay. Cool, I never found this. Crystalian ashes, very cool. That's fun. Yeah, neat. I never found that. That's funny. It was there. It was just like there the whole time. Spirit that wields round crystalline blades, both big and small. Its sturdy body, itself hewn from crystal long ago, is hard enough to blunt its opponent's blades, but blows from bludgeoning weapons can shatter it easily. I guess that's the hint on how to kill them. You just gotta find the ash, which is insanely hidden. Jesus. Remember when somebody told me in my stream to use a strike weapon, I was like, get out of town. Okay. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so this is the enemy that you can, like, kind of see from a distance. Like, once you reach this room, just could never figure it out. Anyway, we're just going to grab some more materials that are in this room. I really can't believe that. That's not even that hidden. I swear to you, I dissected this place. I just could never find that. I really thought I was going to have to look up a video on that. I truly feel like that wasn't there. I got to rewatch my footage if I still have it. I think I do, but got to rewatch it. Okay, so the boss here is a Putrid Crystalline trio, which is 3 Crystalline warriors, spear, staff, which does spells, spear, staff, and chakram. So the discs. Equip preserving boluses. You may want to make a bunch of preserving boluses. And then what we can do is, because these guys are sturdy, I'm just going to summon this thing and see if it helps. So let's go for it. We're going to try to take out the spear one first, though. It's kind of the angle. But yeah, basically everything these guys do will inflict Scarlet Rot. This is already going a million times better than first time I fought these friggin' things. Nope, there's a Scarlet Rot. Jesus. Alright, well, my thing still has a decent amount of health. That's nice. Buddy, how are you not breaking? There we go. Alright, that's one. Thank God. So, we can go after the chakram one now. It's probably our best bet here. Because it has big sweeping motions, easy enough to backstab. Yeah, summoning that Crystalian definitely helped. Love the sounds these guys make. Oof. Alright, that's 2. And then you just want to be kind of careful with this one. Yeah, it's probably going to kill my Crystalian. That's okay. They're just untargeting and scrolling up to make sure that, Oh, you got a Crystal Kamehameha? I didn't know that. Oh, this thing. I knew about that. Oh my god. Can I get this thing to survive? That'd be wild. Oh, the Crystalian survived. Alright, that is the boss. I hate it. Even though that Crystalian summon made it easy, I hate it. And then you get the Crystal Torrent spell, which says... Creates a mass of crystal, then fires off rapid succession. The wrath of the Crystalians encapsulated in sorcery. Each shard is of substantial size, making even a stray blow capable of inflicting a severe wound. Alright. And then we can teleport out. Okay. So. Let's just do this. Let's teleport back to Selen and report what we found. So, she has a favor to ask, and she reveals that this being is not really her. She needs us to recover her body. So, there's a place that I skipped way back when we were doing the Weeping Peninsula. And that is right here. These are the Witchbane Ruins. So we're going to warp back to the 4th Church of Marika, and then we're going to go into the Witchbane Ruins. The reason I skipped it is because it's very confusing when you first find it. And you'll see why in a sec. Oh, I always go the wrong way. Alright, so down here, these are the Witchbane Ruins. Towers... Oh, that's nice. A hint about the Tower of Return. I don't think I ever saw that. Anyway, these are the Witchbane Ruins. Like I said, I skipped these for a really specific reason. And that is because when you arrive, it's very confusing. Lots of magic stuff. You've got these guys who, you know, are all around the Academy of Raya Lucaria. These marionettes. And when you go into the basement here, which I will do in just a second before I clear everything out. There's one or two others. Okay. So when you go into the basement here, which is located right here, when you go into the basement, you find somebody. Can you please get off the horse? Thank you. You find somebody who looks really familiar. You find a person that looks just like Sellen. So I found it very confusing my first time. I could not tell who this was. And so if you reach this person, which is Sellen, before Sellen asks you to find her body, this person doesn't speak to you. And if you attack the body, after a while, a health bar will pop up, and it will say Sorceress Sellen. So it's very confusing. That's why I didn't cover it the first time. So she asks for her Primal Glintstone. So we can take the Primal Glintstone out of her corpse. And the Primal Glintstone is basically what powers a sorcerer. Sort of turn their heart into crystal. So we get Sellen's Primal Glintstone, and now we need to find a vessel. Okay, so if we read the key item description, Glintstone from within the Sorceress Sellen's body. Seemingly half alive, blood vessels are visible within. In essence, a Primal Glintstone is a sorcerer's soul. If transplanted into a compatible new body after their original body dies, the sorcerer will rise again. My apprentice, do you think it distasteful? Okay, so what we have to do now is we have to find a suitable body. The suitable body can be found in Three Sisters within Celavis's little creepy workshop. So we're going to go to the Royal Moongazing Grounds, which is the final site of grace within Caria Manor. And then we are going to exit Caria Manor. And if you have not found this place already, it's quite all right. What we can do now is I'll show you where it is. I should really put a marker on the map because I kind of always forget. But it is near Celavis's tower. And it's in a ruin over here. So you basically want to get to a ruin, and then you'll like kind of sort of be ambushed by a vanishing wizard. It's weird. It sounded like it was behind me. I should really put a mark on the map because I truly always forget where this is. It had to have been where I just was. Once I find it, I'll show it to you on the map. I really always lose it. Right. Okay. So right here. Right here. This is a false floor. All you gotta do is roll on it and it will give way. And then this is Selvis's workshop. So this is an illusory wall right here. So you can just break that. And then this is Selen's body. Wait, why can't I give it to her? Do I have to speak with her again? That'd be strange. Yeah, she's gone. Does this have to be done after all this? If I can't give it to her now, I may have to speak with Selvis, actually. I'll try this before I look it up. Let me go to Selvis, see if he has any dialogue about it. He may. Be a little surprised, though. I did this well after Selvis's questline, so.
What's that? Quite the key. But I'm afraid each I can how? Why don't you? If you the soul of every and once, oh yes.
No.
You're proving I've not had an begging.
I don't want to ask him about the scheme just yet. All right, let me see if I could do this. If not, it's possible that you have to do this after Selvis's questline is over, which would not exactly surprise me. But it'd be a bit of a bummer because I was hoping to do all this now. But it's okay. It's okay if that's the case. It's funny. The really cool thing about this game is that one of my favorite things is figuring out quest triggers. So if one of the triggers is that Selvis has to be gone, then that's interesting. Let's try it one more time. And then if this doesn't work, I'll just look it up. Yeah, okay. Just looking it up. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm pretty sure Selvis's questline has to be quote-unquote finished and then we'll be able to do this. And the reason I'm thinking that is because it says Selvis's puppet do not touch, so if he's still here, then you can't do anything. So, unfortunately, we're ending on a bit of a downer, but it's quite all right. It's not the end of the world. All right. Oh, well. So, that is Mount Gelmir Part 1. It ends in a really cool way. I feel I like the fact that like it sort of ends on a quest line. And we'll return to that quest line once we start doing Ronnie's, which we will do kind of soon. Yeah, within a few parts we'll do that. For now, though, we're going to end it here. And then let me equip this flail. Yeah, equip this, bring it back to a longbow. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be done for now. That's where we're going to end it. So, yeah. Okay, so in the next part of the walkthrough, I realized I just sound like an idiot there. My mind blanked. So in the next part of the walkthrough, we're going to go back to Gelmir. Since we've done the base level, we can now begin ascending the mountain. So what that means is that we're going to cross the bridge, and then we're going to start clearing this whole area out. And what we're also going to do is we will once again visit Gelmir Hero's grave and do this dungeon. It's a really frustrating boss down there, but we'll get it. And then once we do that, we will go back out and we will finish ascending the mountain. There is there's Gelmir Hero. I'm just looking at a map real quick. There's Gelmir Hero. What was this? Did we miss this? Or is this at the top level? Right. This is here. Okay, so there's a shack here. Yeah, there's a shack there. We can't do that yet. So there's a shack there. And then we will continue to climb the mountain. And then there is one cave over here. And then there's a world boss here. Like up here somewhere. Yeah, it should be right here. And then we'll be able to cross over here, drop down into the Volcano Manor area. We'll sort of clear that out. It's just a bunch of items. Really not going to fight anything. And then we'll be able to come back this way, sort of under all this, fight an ulcerated tree spirit here, and then finally be able to jump back over the bridge and then be done. So yeah, it's really just like one dungeon area, or I guess, yeah, one dungeon area, a minor Erd tree, a big world boss, and then Gelmir Hero's grave. Cool. So that's next time, and then after we do that, we will go back to Altus, clear that out, and continue. Okay, but that is it for this section of the walkthrough. I would like to give a shout out to all of my channel members. Thank you very much to John Aldrich, Tammy Skinner, Hector J. Estrada, Joe Saunders, Daniel Cockrell, Brian Brubaker, Spencer Young, Charles Jan, Phoenix Loader, the one and only me, 123, Joshua S., Tiptoe Water 12, Jude Lazowski, B-Tide, The Old One, Good Luck, and Stu J. Mac 26. Thank you very much to all my channel members. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, you can do so in two ways. You can click the blue join button below this video to become a channel member, and you can leave a super thanks comment by clicking the thank you heart also listed below this video. If you'd like, you can follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'll SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.